Landlord Super.
It's a little known fact that I have a passion for construction and DIY. You may not have heard about this because I like to keep my private life away from the internet, but also because it isn't true. However, this game by Minksworks would have me thinking that I was made for this, so in classic Total Biscuit fashion we will be starting with the options menu. Here is the controls, nothing too spectacular, but it does have an option to invert your mouse. Personally, I think anyone who plays with inverted mouse deserves to be captured and hung out with, as they must have some deep-rooted personal issues that they may need to work through. Next is the gameplay options, which currently isn't actually there. This game has some simple but effective settings for you. You can set your FOV to Quake Pro and turn off motion blur, because again, if you like motion blur, you should be put in the loony bin with the inverted mouse lot. We have some interesting overlays here, such as bad, terrible, awful, unplayable, and off. A feature that I do like is that when you open a drop down menu, it will stay there until you go back to that menu and close it. And there's also the audio options that can be turned down, so I'm able to actually hear people on Discord over the game sound blasting through my cranium. And finally here we have the language options. English. You live in this caravan and it's nothing spectacular. You have somewhere to sleep, somewhere to shower fully clothed, and a spacious toilet with dynamic seating technology. If you crouch down before you go on the loo, you get this camera angle. Some of you at home may recognise this camera angle from certain videos online. If you are one of those people, shame on you. You play as an immigrant worker with scoliosis trying to earn his way in 1980s Britain. You don't have a health bar, you just have energy, bowels, hygiene and sobriety. So getting hit by a car or jumping off a roof doesn't mean that you lose health. It does however make you lose some energy and your eyeballs start bleeding. Here I actually have a completed house, but to show you how some of the gameplay works I'm going to have to carefully take some things apart. This part here I can't destroy annoyingly, but let me go through the process of how to do this. You add cement, then you add water, aggregate and some sand, mix it some more, add some sand, aggregate, mix cement, add water, sand, and by this point you give up and decide all you can do is make weak cement. So you pour it in the hole and it comes out the wrong colour, and that's the way it's stuck. Like any AAA title, it has a dynamic weather system. Overcast, snow and rain, which is accurate to its setting. It adds some obstacles too, such as falling off the roof when it's snowing, and it cleans you in the rain, or as I like to call it, the working man's shower. In the town you have a pub. Here you'll find Scouse Jimmy. Scouse, by the way, is an English slang term for criminal. He guides you through how to play and what to do next, as well as giving you extra tips and tricks. Something you may have noticed is the voice acting here. Unless you're a native Englishman, you won't understand them, but there are subtitles to help you along. The bar owner, Tamsin, runs a no-nonsense pub, serving pints of Landlord or Doyle on draft. She is also your only real form of income, as she employs you to wash the dishes in the back. Careful not to annoy her though, as she can bar you for throwing your drinks. She also doesn't take it too kindly when you piss in her face. You can however still sneak behind her and wash the dishes for money. You have the shop owners who are brothers, Ronnie and Reggie Ronson. Those names may be familiar to you, and that's because they share the same surname as Mark Ronson, the writer of Valerie and Uptown Funk. Winston delivers goods from the shop to your home, and when he isn't working they fence him off, which I'm not too sure how I feel about. The supplies you use to repair your house can be bought, but you can also nick them from off the canal, steal from the church, or the back gardens of innocent civilians. Another feature is that I like the use of English cars, and that's something that American viewers may not know. But over here in England, we only drive British-made cars like this one to this day. There's a great quick travel system where you can travel by walking, which costs energy, or travel by bus, which costs money. Alternatively, you can run into oncoming traffic or put your head through barbed wire until you pass out. Then you spawn back in your bed the next day. The main part of this game is renovating your home and letting your interior decoration skills flourish. But it is an early access game, so there's only 7 or 8 hours gameplay. But I trust they will continue to update the game just as they did their last game, Jalopy. They post all updates in the main menu, and they have a Discord too, but I have noticed some Easter eggs in the game that hint towards what's coming next. This is a bit of a spoiler, so be warned, but after you have completed the house, you receive a note thanking you for playing the game from the developer, accompanied with an item I assume will help you in the next coming update, a long wait. I don't understand what it could mean for the future, but if anyone wants to speculate what it could mean, please put it in the comments below.
Landlord Super. When the job center's got you down.